Welcome back to the Gemini channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Gemini. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes. This will allow you to understand why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're attracting who you're attracting, what you could possibly do to balance out the energy, or what you can do to quantum jump into a better reality for you. All right, now we're going to jump right on in. If you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. It's the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. Now, lately I've been pulling two cards. You don't need to write both those cards. Just need to write the one. All right. So again, tactlessness. Got that just before I did my other channel. All right. Let me try and actually see. That's why I knew I was like, I'm going to pull another card just to be safe. Again, fear of change. So I feel like you're connected to someone that stays in a very low vibration in order to give the appearance that their life is better than it actually is. It's like, in order to stay connected to a karmic that they don't really want to be with, is what I'm really feeling. It's a fear of change because they be going into the unknown. I feel like you're connected to a person that's surrounded by people that they once trusted, but they no longer trust. And even a karmic who they really always trusted because this person, was always there, kind of proved themselves. But I feel like somewhere along the way, that karmic became bitter and angry and not really giving a shit about them, but just wanted the money, wanted the environment. So again, like, this person stays connected to a karmic, but then in order to do that, they have to do things very shady. They have to, hook up with other people, pretend that they're single. They're not single. They're attached to that karmic. They get their needs met. They're very selfish. They stay in very indulgent energy where they're just always like, drinking a lot, running around with a lot of different people. Again, anything to keep them in this low vibration. The karmic keeps them there and doesn't, because they don't care about them one way or the other. You could drop dead tomorrow as long as I get your life insurance. That's the energy there. Where you're connected to someone that takes risks all the time. And it's because they are not happy in their life. They're connected to somebody that's controlling their life. It's almost like if they leave, then they might have to pay child support, they might have to pay alimony, and I feel like they would lose, they wouldn't be able to afford to live on their own, and they certainly wouldn't be able to live the lifestyle that they're living, and this is what they're afraid of. There's a fear of that death, and that death is of that old life. There's almost like this person doesn't believe that they can recreate what they have. So now I feel like you're in separation from them right now. And, there's a sense that you're like relaxing where they like really wish that they would get support. I feel like they've even tried to get readings to see like where you are, but this person just plays like a lot of games. They've played a lot of games. It's like because they can't really give you anything. Remember, they're attached to a karmic. They're connected to someone that doesn't want to give them the love and the nurturing at this point. And person like might think that they don't need to live with love or need love, but they do. This person, like, it stays in this low vibration, very indulgent, because when we don't get love, then we try to like get it through like counterfeit ways, right? So a person that does drugs, it makes them feel good. It gives them that dopamine hit. When this person runs around and hooks up with all these different people, it gives them a dopamine hit. So it makes them feel better about themselves because they don't own their life. They can't come from their true self. They can't be a better version of themselves as long as they stay connected to what's actually holding them down. But the thing is, it's like feelings come and go, or the chemistry is just not there. And that's the thing. I feel like this person has tried so hard to stay connected to that karmic. Like that, yes, like the flickering passion, like it would come and go. But the problem is that I feel believe that the karmic has tried to make it work with this person too, but they just can't because it's like you can tell when someone doesn't really want to be with you. And so the karmic knows that. So it bothers them. So I feel like they tried to be like take a step down and pretend to be like their friend for a while, but they don't want to be their friend. And what they see is that being like settling for less, being a friend, makes the person that's connected to you flighty. Like they're not giving them anything. They're here and out. It's like, and so the karmic knows somebody else is there. You're not giving me the attention. You're staying connected to me to for my money. You're staying connected so that you have the lifestyle. It's like, and the karmic is finally catching on. Like you can't make a person like stay. I believe the karmic made this person stay. I think it was through their tactless energy is why your person says, well, I can't leave. I can't leave because if I leave, then my life is destroyed. I'm going into the unknown. I'll have no money. I'll have no support. I don't know where I would go. Oh, my life is this. This is all I know. This is all what's going to happen to me. And this is the power that the karmic has. And the karmic is using it, but the person that's connected to you is still holding back from them. Because on an emotional level, your person's like, I don't have it for you. It's like whatever I had for you, you just ruined the connection because they're fully being dominated. They're being controlled. And it's because that karmic is terrified that they're going to leave. Again, it's like this karmic like portrayed themselves like a certain way, and so did the person that's connected to you. They both disguised themselves as if they like loved each other and oh well we're really going to try and make it work, but the karmic was like I think still wanted to hold on to them but really wanted to hold on to the lifestyle too. There's a sense without the person that's connected to you, they don't have that lifestyle. They need to be together in order to have that lifestyle. Possibly they're married. If they get a divorce, then they have to split assets, and your person then has to pay child support and alimony. It's going to be less than what they have. So, for a very long time, these two pretended to get along, pretended that but it was superficial. It was superficial. It was like a cover up. And I think for a while it worked. We have different ideas about love and intimacy. So, and that's really what it is. It's that your person has realized, like, as long as you really had feelings for me, then I could have stayed. If you were really that trustworthy person, but it's like this karmic said, it's okay. I'll take the runner-up prize of just being your friend. And your person ran around and had affairs and did everything that they want, stayed in this low vibrational energy. The person then wanted to leave. And the karmic was like, oh no, you're not going to leave. I'm going to keep you. You can stay in this low vibrational energy where you can cheat and run around and stay in your indulgent energy. But over time, this karmic couldn't deal with it either because they're like, wait a minute, you wanted to leave for somebody else, though. So you wanted to leave for somebody else and emotionally give to somebody else. So it made the karmic extremely jealous. So your person is like, wait a minute, for years, you didn't care what I did, but you at least acted like a friend. The karma can't act like a friend anymore. And really, what how your person sees love and intimacy is completely different than what this karmic does. And that's really like what's creating a lot of like where that whatever the karmic connection was, that cord was, the toxic cord was, because there hasn't been love in this connection for a long time. But it's like that karmic cord is cut because now your person really sees, oh, you've been manipulating me the whole time. You've been pretending that you care about me the whole time, but the only thing that you care about is the money. You don't care about me at all. And the karmic is like damn straight because karmic's angry now because it's like you're not being subservient to me. You've been feeding off of me. I've let you stay here, but they manipulated it. They tried to control it because your person was going to leave. Again, so prickly defenses, barriers caused by past hurts are blocking them. So I feel like this person, part of the reason why they don't come towards you is that they didn't treat you right. They know that they didn't because they weren't fully done with whatever that shit show is. They get mad at this karmic, but the karmic always feels like, oh, well, you always come back to me. Well, they manipulate that situation. So again, there's a sense that you feel that that they weren't honest with you, and they weren't 100% honest with you. But I also feel like the karmic and them are not through with each other. So even though your person's like, I don't want this anymore, and they're walking away, the karmic is still like not gonna let them go as easy as they want. But the thing is, and the reason why is because you and this person are a divine union. You're a divine union. See, where the karmic had pretended that they were this person's divine union. It's like if they're not. They're not a divine counterpart. They're more of a karmic mate. Because anyone that settles to take a step down from being in a committed relationship to say, oh, it's okay, like I'll live in an open marriage and we can live as friends and I'll take the runner-up prize. And when you can run around with a lot of other people and pretend to live that way just to block the road, because that's really what they're doing. They're like, as long as they can stay there, they're like, well, it looks a certain way. I like the way that it looks. I don't want to let go of this situation. I don't want to leave this situation. So it's okay that you run around with 1,000 other people, that you live indulgent, that you are a drug addict or drink all the time, and you live miserably and you have flings with other people and you don't treat other people with respect because I'm here and you owe that to me. It's like, how this person actually really truly sees it, where your person didn't see that. For whatever reason, they felt like they really cared. It was just a little bit of a complicated relationship, but there hasn't been love in this connection for a long time, and your person finally sees it. And now everything's out on the table, which is making the karmic crazy because they can't go back to that old facade. And that is really what's making your person like open their eyes. Cycles, everything is coming together in divine timing. So it's almost like this person needed to go through like this cycle one more time with this person in order to see. But this is like, again, a divine union. What really this person is able to see the difference between you and this karmic because the energies just opened up with the karmic. So you're not even involved. This person hasn't even talked to you. I feel like, and you are not calling this person. You are not saying what's going on. You're not trying to control where the karmic is fully invested. It's they're giving so much time and energy and focus onto this, and there's so much anxiety because your person is like doesn't want to be with them. They can feel that you are their divine union, and they're tired of being in this low energy. And now that the karmic is like just pretty much saying, yeah, like you, this is how you should live, like you should do this. It's like they're finally tapping into their intuition where they're like, it doesn't sound right. Like all the karmic's manipulation isn't working because, again, you are holding such a high vibration, and this person wants to be in that energy. They can feel the difference. Temptation, your integrity is being tested, so resist straying. Okay, so this person is going to come to you, and I feel like when they first come to you, they have not 100% gotten rid of this karmic because karmic isn't letting go. They will say that it's ended, but they also know who this karmic is. So I feel as if you know who that this person has been involved with this person that's karmic, that's crazy, that's manipulative, that doesn't care. And I only say that not because of any other reason except for they know that they're connected to someone that does not love them. They know that they would rather see the person that they are like blocking from having any love in their life, would rather like drink themselves to death, do drugs, die than than them lose their spot for what it looks like. And not care how they treat anyone else. That's why I say that that person's a loser because they're like, it's all about themselves. They don't want to work. They want the luxury. They want it. And so they're like, I don't care. You can fuck my husband, but you're not going to get anything. That's the energy there. And so, it's almost like your person's going to come to you, but they're not done. And they've never 100% finished a cycle with this person because the person does everything in their power to make sure that they don't lose their place. So I'm feeling like you're dealing with somebody that's not strong. And the truth of the matter is that they're extremely jealous because they know that this person has a lot of feelings for you. They want romance with you. So they're going to come into your life and tempt you with romance, but I don't believe the cycle is fully closed with that karmic. This person's willing to travel, and there's an awareness again of that you're like more of their soulmate. Like they might not say, "Oh, you're my soulmate," but they can definitely tell the difference between you and that karmic. Where I think the karmic said, "No, this is just the way that we are. This is our relationship. Like it's normal to have a toxic relationship. This is what it means." Where your person's saying, "No, my intuition now is showing me something completely different, that this is not what a healthy relationship looks like." So yeah, it's making the karmic very, very not stable, where they are continuously looking back on like when do I feel like this person detached? When do I feel like someone else came into the picture? How long has it been this way? Because the karmic was angry for so long. It's like they went along with everything, and as long as it looked a certain way, everything was fine. But it takes a lot of manipulation. It took a lot of, you know, keeping someone in a low vibration. So remember, was their life. This is what they delegated their life to. Without this, they don't have a life. So it's like, your person's like is terrified because they don't really know what to do. They tend to always back down. So that's what the fear is. The fear is that where the karmic would rather just keep them in a place of trauma, and that's almost like what your person is stuck in their trauma. So the karmic is manipulating them, they're gaslighting them, they brought in other people, they do everything that they can. And there's someone that's 24/7, 7 days a week is like putting all their energy to getting what they want. However, this is a divine union which trumps that dark negative energy, which is why this karmic is going insane because they're like, when did this person come in? Who is this person? I want to see who this person is. And they're getting more and more and more and more angry because they're putting so much energy into controlling and manipulating this person for making sure that they don't move on. And it doesn't matter that your person stays stuck in the trauma and they're sad about it because the karmic is just keeps them in a place of judgment. Again, but now time is going and now your person's starting to get really impatient because they're like, I didn't really think that this was going to drag out the way that it was dragging out. I thought that you were my friend. I thought that you had my best interest. No, this karmic never had this person's best interest. They only had their best interest. So it's almost like everything's coming to light and they know they want to leave. They don't really know how to leave because that karmic has like all the power. So it's almost like they have no choice but to leave. And this is a divine union. So there is like a lot of love between you and this person. It's a spiritual one. It's making this person awaken and it's terrifying to them. Don't be tempted to disconnect from source. Our connection to source is the love and healing we require for union. This person's afraid that you're going to give up on them. But it's a soul connection, 11, right? It's awakening. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. Like this person is like, are you still even going to want me? How the fuck am I getting out of this situation with this karmic? It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have an out. Don't even know if you like me or not. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to even be your partner. See, it's making this person feel insecure. And that is what the karmic is feeding on because you're not talking to this person. So because you're not talking to them, there was a sense of, I don't know whether or not, like, what am I leaving to? Maybe it's just easier for me to stay here. And that's what the karmic is trying to do. These feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. So there is such a strong, steep relationship, but they've also been connected to a karmic that there hasn't been any relationship or any real feeling towards. I mean, unless they were, you know, they were being treated like a king, but not really worthy of king action. And that karmic, it wasn't authentic. It was just enough to keep them like content. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on, meaning they know that that karmic is full of shit. They know that the karmic does not want, doesn't love them, that it's been manipulating them, that has bad mouthed you, that has done everything in their power to hold them up. They're seeing everything now. And that's the thing. The karmic never meant for it to get so out of control where they expose themselves. They expose themselves, and that is really what's making your person be like, oh no, like this is not what I want. I thought that you were this person. And it's almost like whatever this person did to you, where you were like, well, I thought you were done with that person. Well, it's almost like that karmic did to them. So they're feeling it full effect. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay more positive, or you again. This one fell out, which is we incarnated together to clear specific patterns from our ancestral bloodline. So, which is if you're a soulmate twin flame, that's exactly what you're doing. Codependency obviously would be one. being dominated, being stuck in a low vibration. That's, to deal with your problems, which is what this person is doing. I mean, and for you, we'll see why you attracted that person. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. So again, that's what it would take to actually get out of this connection, a twin flame connection. This is why the connection between you and this person is so strong, that even though this karmic was given 7 days a week, all day long, obsessive about controlling, this is a twin flame. This is a divine union, that it doesn't matter what they do. They'll never be able to break the bond. And in it, it's making this karmic crazy. It made this karmic expose themselves. It made this karmic real, like, go crazy. Like, 'cause I'm feeling like almost like a bipolar energy. So we have to say again, why did you attract this person into your life? What are you supposed to learn from the situation? Water, card 1. Nurturance, card 2. Organized chaos, 3. Space, 4. Isolation, 5. And physical touch, 6. So I feel like when you were growing up, you didn't get the emotional support that you needed. So this during this connection, you're in separation from this person, this karmic. This whole time has been like, this reading was all about the karmic and why this person isn't coming towards you and how they've awakened to who you are. But we have to say the entire time they haven't spent any time with you because they're with the karmic. So it was about learning to nurture yourself, learning how to go with the flow, because if this really is a soulmate twin flame relationship, there is unconditional love on both parties. There just is, regardless of what transpired, how this person treated you, even though they had to go through their process, there's still unconditional love, which gave you a lot of space, and that space to create yourself. It's empty, you see? And in that, it's like you have time to really nurture yourself, give yourself the emotional support. And you do that by, like I said, creating yourself. But the water is to go with the flow. It's also your emotional center. And it's the nurturing that you needed was about giving yourself the emotional support by creating yourself, by going out into the world without any perceived notions of anything, but just kind of like being a child, finding yourself, renewing yourself. Because I do feel like you didn't get the emotional support. That it didn't mean that there wasn't love. There was love, but I feel like it was chaotic, the environment that you grew up in. So there might have been a tragedy that happened. Someone might have been sick. There was lack of money. Again, there was love, but it wasn't the love that you got felt nurtured. And so really, when we don't grow up in an environment where we feel like we're nurtured and emotionally taken care of, and we could just be highly sensitive, right? It could be, I needed extra emotional support and my parents didn't give it. I perceived that I did. I was extra sensitive or shy. Whatever the issue, it's not a blame game, but we have to understand, where did the trauma come from? Where did the imprint come from? And the imprint of, like, emotionally not being taken care of, not being nurtured. And so when we're not nurtured, we tend to, again, put too much time and energy on that, right? And instead of creating ourselves, instead of going with the flow, we resist it. We want to change it. And that creates a lot of chaos. So again, dealing with issues that maybe you felt like you couldn't go through alone, you again did. But as a child, you always had to go into isolation because there was still no emotional support. the children go into isolation when there's problems and they're trying to figure out how to work through their problems. If they don't have a parent that's helping them go into isolation, they really try and focus on it. But there's then a sense of having to deal with everything alone, not being nurtured, not feeling supported, where really Spirit's saying that's taking up a lot of creative space. Where what you see is that you don't really need anyone to emotionally give you anything, that you can nurture yourself by emotionally giving yourself what you need. And that's through, again, I feel like not being in isolation. I mean, that's the behaviorism that was done as a child. But as an adult, you don't have to go into isolation. You can ask friends. You can join things the way you meet people. And over time, friendships evolved. You have to create the support. It means at one time there wasn't that support that was able to give you the emotional what you need. So what winds up happening a lot of times then is that we tend to overgive emotionally. In this story, this person, if you would have given this person emotionally, they wouldn't have been able to give you anything because that karmic is right there. They said that, oh, well, that karmic doesn't care about me. That karmic does care about them, but they want them to be different. They want this person to love them the way that they want to be loved. And your person's like, I can't do that. I don't love you that way. And as long as they stayed in this low vibration, it was fine. As long as, because you're still taking care of me, it still looks a certain way. My bank account's still being full. It's again, the facade is still alive. Eventually, you'll fall back in love with me, whatever this karmic said. But and it worked for a long time. They were able to manipulate this person for a long time. So again, the universe brought a twin flame that actually trumps this karmic mate and broke the karmic contract. And that's why this karmic is having like a shit fit, because they know that they took it to the extreme. They took it too far, that they gave themselves up. And really now they can really feel how disgusted your person is at them and how they really don't want to be with them and how they want to be with you even more. And they start driving them crazy. So you had to do what you needed to do to heal yourself of that spiritual wound in separation, where they needed to learn to break free of this karmic. And unfortunately, they needed to see everything unfold the way that it did in order for them to really feel confident about leaving, so that they wouldn't be manipulated back. Because again, this karmic 7 days a week, 24/7, that's their mission in life. And the guilt from the manipulation and the gaslighting is kind of messed your person up a lot. Success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurturance, wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. So I feel like you're in the energy of like working on yourself. And again, that's what you're doing by nurturing yourself and giving yourself what you need emotionally. You are pouring into yourself and you're seeing results. And that success is raising your vibration. Where this karmic is, again, not you. What they're doing is they tried to emulate you. They tried to pretend that they were you. They tried to copy you. But it's nothing is working. And it's like a counterfeit. So you're going to get success within this relationship, but you're in the energy of success. You're at a high vibration, and that's actually teaching this person too, that how to like be a success in their life, that the higher wisdom is that energy of unconditional love. So it doesn't logically make sense. Again, what logically made sense, which is how this karmic had controlled them, was, you get to stay here and still live very comfortably. When you leave me, you're like gonna leave without anything, and I'm gonna make your life a living hell. I'm gonna make sure that you're poor. I'm gonna make sure that, and who's gonna want you? So again, messing with their minds. So success, like with this relationship coming together, and that's why it says, I am free now and I succeed in my life, free from false judgments, free from the illusion. That's what your person is going to be free from. Even if they're not with you, even if you chose not to be, they're free of this karmic. And you were the catalyst that helped them get out of this situation. Where if you do choose to be with them, well, I do believe that the relationship would be a success because they worked hard to get out of that relationship to be with you. So they're going to put 100% in to it. And so it's whether or not you can deal with what they just put you through, which I feel like if it's a real soulmate twin flame connection, you will. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave that there. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.